The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, it's hump day, y'all. Happy Wednesday, and welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. So this morning it's just me and my brother Pedro. So good morning, Pedro.
Hey, what up, everybody? What up? Happy Hump Day Wednesday, and like my friend Sparkles likes to say, hump the ones you love.
Okay. But
if
so,
you're listening, he will get it.
Right. But I mean, sometimes I get confused. They say hump the ones you love, or the hump the ones close to you.
Well, the ones next to you, no matter who they could be strangers. They might end up suing you, knocking your ass out.
Well, but
So love the ones you hump. They might forgive you.
When you're dancing on the pole, do you really care?
Whoa, okay. Leave that one alone.
So, but anyway.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
We got two interest groups for you guys tonight. So starting at 5 o'clock, we got knitting, crocheting, and jewelry making with Trina Brown and Miss Barbara Harrison, and that'll be at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. And then right behind that, you got getting the most out of your Meta Ray-Bans with the Blind United crew. You know, me, Pedro, George, plus we got quite a few Meta users that come in, and, so we're always, trading information back and forth with one another, on, again, how to get the most out of your Meta Ray-Bans. So come check us out if you got a pair, or you're thinking about getting a pair, whatever. Hey, come check us out. You might learn something that, might make that decision for you.
And George does live demonstrations, meaning you will be able to hear the AI and experience it. So come on in.
Right. So you get to hear the whole thing, him giving the prompt, the response from the Meta Ray-Bans, and then, the results of whatever, the Ray-Bans come up with due to the prompt. So,
and a cool thing we do too, right, Ed? We make it interactive. So if you want to ask it something, you could just let us know, and George will ask it and prompt it and stuff like that. And another thing we go into is prompting, how to get the best out of them, like Ed said.
Right. I mean, again, prompting is the key. You know what I'm saying? For those that may not understand the language, prompting is basically giving it the command to do what you want it to do. It's a prompt. Okay. So, but anyway, I mean, yeah, and that's who we are here at Blind United. It's not about us just bringing you in here and here's your lesson for the day. Now study this and blah, 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 blah. No, we're about trying to get you past where you're stuck. You know what I'm saying? Whatever barrier you're facing, that's our priority. We want to help people advance, not just put out a lesson where it's, there's no real interaction, right? So, I mean, again, if you ain't got nothing, then we got something for you. But if you got an issue that you want to resolve, hey, that's what we're there for. So don't hesitate to come on in. And like I said, if we can help you out, we definitely want to do that. So anyway, as everybody knows on the planet that has any concern anyway, Apple held their big, news conference yesterday, and they were talking about everything that's going to be released in their upcoming release on the 19th, plus opening up to, pre-orders for all of these kind of things. So anyway, this first article is, all about what happened in the announcement yesterday.
Blind United crew, grab your first cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this first article. Apple's awe-dropping event unveils bold new tech across iPhone, Watch, and AirPods. Apple's September 9th event at Apple Park delivered a wave of innovation, showcasing new devices and software that push the boundaries of design, health tracking, and artificial intelligence. The spotlight was on the iPhone 17 lineup, but Apple also refreshed its Apple Watch and AirPods Pro, while previewing future AI features that promise to reshape user experiences. The iPhone 17 series now includes Standard, Pro, Pro Max, and a new ultra-thin model called the iPhone Air. The base model features a brighter display, improved low-light camera performance, and longer battery life. The Pro models are powered by the A19 Bionic chip, offering faster graphics and better efficiency. Apple introduced a stronger glass finish and a lighter titanium frame, enhancing both durability and style. The iPhone Air, measuring just 5.6 millimeters thick, is the thinnest iPhone ever made. It includes dual capture video capabilities, allowing users to record from both front and rear cameras at the same time. The iPhone 17 Pro Max offers up to 39 hours of video playback, a triple 48-megapixel rear camera system, and an 18-megapixel front-facing camera with a square sensor for seamless vertical and horizontal shots. Apple Watch Series 11, SE 3, and Ultra 3 also made their debut. The Series 11 introduces a liquid glass interface and a new sleep score feature to help users better understand their rest patterns. The Ultra 3, designed for outdoor enthusiasts, now includes satellite connectivity and extended battery life. Across the lineup, Apple added hydration sensors, body temperature tracking, and menstrual cycle monitoring, reinforcing its commitment to health-focused technology. AirPods Pro 3 received a major upgrade as well. These earbuds now include heart rate tracking, live translation powered by Apple's AI, and improved active noise cancellation. Battery life has been extended, and the earbuds now support up to 50 workouts, making them a fitness companion as much as an audio device. On the software front, iOS 26 introduces a liquid glass interface, smarter widgets, and AI-powered tools like live translation, call screening, and on-device writing suggestions. Apple emphasized battery optimization, especially for older devices. watchOS 26 enhances hydration tracking, sleep monitoring, and heart trend analysis, with a polished interface that surfaces key health stats more efficiently. Apple closed the event with a teaser of its AI roadmap for 2026, promising smarter on-device processing, deeper Siri integration, and privacy-first AI tools. While details were limited, the message was clear. Apple is entering the AI space with a focus on user control and security. With pre-orders now open and devices hitting shelves on September 19th, Apple's 2025 lineup is designed to appeal to users ready for meaningful upgrades. Whether it's health tracking from your wrist or your ears, smarter software, or ultra-thin design, Apple's latest offerings aim to make everyday tech feel more personal, powerful, and polished. What do you think about Apple's new direction? Are you planning to upgrade? Let us know. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
All right. Am I planning on upgrading? No, I'm not. Being honest, I got a 15 Pro, and I'm good with that for now. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not one of them that's got to have the latest and greatest, but at the same time, I might be looking into some of them AirPods. Uh, uh, for here, the earbuds, whatever. Uh, I was also glad to hear that at least they are acknowledging that they got to do the privacy within the AI. You know, simply because of the article we got yesterday, right? So I mean, I'm glad to hear all of that kind of stuff. So that thin model, I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, maybe for somebody visual or whatever, or not dependent so much, on everything that the iPhone can do, that kind of thing. But, it's more simple things. I mean, I think that being able to record out of both cameras at the same time is pretty cool. I mean, I guess when you visually when you see it play back, I guess, one's got kind of like a split screen on it, I guess. And, you know, I mean, that'd be great for like doing an interview or something like that when you're in the streets or whatever, one camera's on you, the other camera's on whoever you're interviewing, right? So that might be a really cool thing to have. But uh, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming, Pedro, just because of, you know, their commitment to different things like this. So these iPod 3s, are they also going to have the hearing aid stuff in them?
Yeah, the AirPods Pro 3, yeah, they're gonna have the hearing and the active translation on device.
Right, I heard the active translation, which is actually, I think, pretty cool. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how it's going to translate, me into whatever language to give back to the people, how that's going to work. I mean, again, hearing
Yeah,
what they're saying in Spanish translated into my ear, cool.
but
But
they're
now,
mm-hmm,
I'm just thinking with going the other way, right? I mean, it's
mm-hmm,
got to listen to me first and then repeat it to me in Spanish for me to repeat to them.
mm-hmm.
You
Well,
know,
I think that they have if I'm not mistaken, I think it shows up what you say on the phone, right? And they're able to see it. But check this out. Now with this update coming up, you can call somebody that speaks Spanish, and they could be on Android, and they will get translated to you, and it will get translated to them.
well, I mean, that's another cool feature. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you have, because not trying to be funny or nothing, but that's why we got that group. Let's talk Spanish, because there's so many things in our society now. And Spanish being the number one, person that that's here, and for whatever reason, slow to get on to the English language or whatever you might want to call it, whatever the reason is. But a lot of times you call places and hola, okay, well wait, hold on, you know. But again, that would really really help. I would it really probably help as well if the phone automatically detects that language and automatically translates it for you. Yeah.
I don't know if they gone that far yet. You might have to specify the language.
I
Um,
mean, I don't know. I'm just, again, wishful thinking, right?
yes, yes, but that might require a little more processing, and so it might be coming later, but I don't think it's there yet. I think you have to manually pick the language, the and that's pretty dope. I was amazed with the noise cancellation these AirPods have. And honestly, I like going transparent. I put them on transparent mode when I need to listen and I'm listening to my phone because I am able to hear everything around me. Like example on transportation or in a car. It had a feature that I kind of didn't. I was like, what is this? What was happening when it was happening to me, right? So when I was in my transportation and the car was slowed down, it opens up a little bit so you could hear a little, right? And then if it senses the car speed up, it blacks out a little bit, you know, depending on the type of setting you have. These AirPods are pretty good. The AirPods Pro, I was blown away how much it's able to cancel noise when I was in the plane. AC running in the background. I demonstrated to Ed the other day the noise cancellation, like oh no, it's called voice isolation feature that it has. I was in my transportation, and we know how some of that transportation gets loud, right, Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he couldn't hear nobody until I took him off.
Well, I mean, again, to me, that technology's been around for a minute, Pedro. I don't know if you remember, but I remember when cars first added that feature to the car, to where, as the the rumble of the car and the road noise and all that kind of stuff, as that went up, it would actually increase the volume into your phone or into your radio system, right? Your sound system.
Hmm.
So I'm looking at it as kind of the same thing, when I'm listening to what you're saying, right? So
Oh, that's
as
called
the as the background noise got louder, it turned that volume down, and then as it got quieter, it turned that volume back up.
in the car. You mean your stereo?
No, I'm talking about what you were saying. You know how you noticed when you were riding that when the car would slow down, it's almost like you could hear more things going on around you, and then the minute the car took back off, it
Mhm.
kind of isolated that again, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah.
So
And it does
and
it on purpose, though. It was tripping me out at first. You know what I mean? Because I was like, you know, but when you go to complete like noise canceling, hey, it gets peaceful up in there.
well, I mean, again, so my thing is this. I mean, I was speaking with a gentleman yesterday. He's
Hmm.
trying to get me to come down and do a hearing test. Of course, wanted to sell me some hearing aids, right? And dude, I ain't trying to get with y'all because y'all ain't giving me what I need, whatever. But anyway, knowing that we depend on our ears a lot to navigate, right?
Hmm.
Knowing that I'm also, hard of hearing. If I got them set up as a hearing aid, is it still going to give me the, a good surrounding sounds that I can actually use to navigate with, I mean, again, I'm just curious about all that kind of stuff before I
Depends
make that
on the
investment.
okay, the technology and the chips on the iPhone on the AirPods Pro, I believe is sometimes way more advanced than what they got on the market. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They put them through studies, and I'm not saying the hearing aids haven't gone through studies, but the since Apple's in a kind of like a device space, they kind of have to prove a little more. I guess is what I'm trying to say. So they have like when I use the transparency mode, and I'm not using it in hearing aid, but I know you could balance the speakers out, right? The headphones, but
Well, that's what the
I'm
hearing
able
aids
to
basically do.
tell.
They just
Yeah,
equalize the hearing from
yeah.
one to the other.
But also, what I'm able to do is I'm able to dictate exactly where the sound is coming from. Like, sometimes when you have some of these headphones, the sound is not precisely coming from the right spot. And
So you
sometimes
so
some of these
you
headphones
just
kick the sound to the left or to the right a little. And I have noticed with these, they do a good job. What also they do, Ed, they cancel high hussing sounds like ACs and sometimes and turn up voice so you could concentrate on voice. They have a feature too that they would turn down like crowd noise and kind of concentrate on a person's voice.
I'm going to see
So
about looking into it. Matter of fact, I need to look into my insurance and see if they'll help me pay for
you should. It might cost cheaper than actual hearing
it.
aids.
Right, 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 right.
Number two, I wanted to go before we move on because a lot of people are asking iPhone Air. Is it a cool device to upgrade? You know, how do I feel about it? Honestly, I'm on the fence. I already got an offer on my phone. I'm on the fence because this phone doesn't come light. It's iPhone Air, but packed with a Pro chip. Okay, it's infused. It has an infused camera system, 48 megapixels, and it gives you 48 megapixel shots. I'm kind of iffy because it's a one camera layout instead of the multi camera that we're used to on the Pro. Apple's promising full day battery life. It does have an accessory you can buy, snap on it, and gives you up to 28 hours of media play. But I don't know. I've been seeing it and it has a pro chip. It has Apple's almost all Apple internals. Apple's internals, when they come to their chipset, they're always perfecting speed and efficiency. And I think this might be a byproduct of all that technology. They also have a uh 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 it's like a compressed battery. It's called man, I forgot what Apple called it, but this battery, the capacity is really compressed into it. So I don't know how it's looking. I'm liking the phone, the thinness and all that, but being a power user, it might not live up to what I'm expecting. But my child told me something that I didn't expect it, and he had a great point. He goes, "Hey, Dad, but why you got your MagSafe battery pack for?" I was like, "Oh, he got me. I got my battery pack, and I have a super capacity one, like a 12."
Well, and there's something else I want to throw in the mix because what I heard in the article,
Mm-hmm.
what's coming in the 17 Pro models, other than the Air, is that new uh, uh,
Bigger battery.
advanced chip. They didn't
Mm.
say that's coming in the Air.
No, the Pro chip is in the air too. The
Well, I didn't
18,
hear
the
that part.
19, the A19 Pro chip is in there. I was watching the event. I looked it up. You know what I mean?
Okay, well,
So both of them, that's the kind of crazy part. Everybody's on like, what? They put a Pro chip, but they didn't name it iPhone Air. So it could be like a once in a season type thing. I hope not. I hope there's like iPhone Air 2, whatever, and they keep progressing because that's pretty dope. But
hey, well, for those that want that thin phone, I mean, again, that don't make any difference to me. I'd rather have my regular phone, and then plus, with the Pro having being in a thicker case now, because the cameras are, like it's got. Not that I'm gonna necessarily use the auto zoom, whatever, but
mhm,
again, it's just got those features, that
mhm.
I feel will be a lot more benefit to me as a blind person rather than that the air, So plus, I'd be too scared to break that little thin ass phone. So
Oh,
anyway,
it's titanium. That's why they made titanium instead of aluminum. But
I hear
that's
you.
pretty tough though. To think about the phones are gonna get that skinny, and Apple is slightly closer to their perfect device that they always talk about. But we're over the time limit.
Right, right. Go ahead and run into them next promos, dog.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United. Blind United.
Hey, coffee time crew, we got something new. Support the mission and look fresh too. Fresh rock that blue with the logo in white. Blind United shirts, yeah, they feeling right. Just 20 to hand and you're part of the cause. Helping blind folks level up, no pause cars. From Jaws with Andy to Hall Ace tips. Support group love and crochet kits. Movie nights rolling, the vibes are lit. Every shirt you buy helps all of it. So cop that tee, be proud to wear. You're lifting up lives with every pair. Email us now, don't let it slide. Info@Blind United or join the pride.
Well, as the article says, man, you know what? Show the pride, y'all. Represent Blind United and you help out a great cause at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, Tisha says, hey, my cousin Mary, she says good morning, as well as we're doing an amazing job here. So, thank you very much, Tisha and Mary. I appreciate you.
Morning,
Uh,
guys.
so, this next article is, again, more tech talk, right? For those that don't, you know, indulge. A new thing has been coming up in the last few months within our AI models. Uh, they're called agents, and these agents are kind of like supposed to perform tasks and stuff for you, but that's just one little piece of, one of the things they're talking about. So let's get into this article and hear all this new and exciting technology they got out here for us.
Blind United crew, grab your next cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this second article. Tech's expanding frontier, AI agents, smart devices, and the rise of machine customers. While Apple's latest iPhone release grabbed headlines, the broader tech world is buzzing with innovations that stretch far beyond smartphones. September is proving to be a month of transformation, with emerging technologies reshaping how we live, work, and connect. At the Gartner IT Symposium/SPO, industry leaders spotlighted a wave of advancements that are moving from concept to reality. AI agents are being designed to operate independently, making decisions and taking actions without human input. These agents are already being tested in logistics, customer service, and data analysis, and they're expected to become everyday tools in both business and personal settings. Another rising concept is the machine customer, devices that can autonomously purchase goods or services. This shift could redefine retail and supply chains as connected machines begin to act on behalf of users or organizations. Imagine your smart fridge ordering groceries or your wearable device subscribing to a fitness service based on your activity trends. Samsung and Huawei are also making waves this month. Samsung's Galaxy S25 FE offers high-end performance at a more accessible price, while the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra is built for creatives and professionals who need a powerful tablet that can double as a laptop. Huawei's Watch GT6 and Mate X-Ts expand the foldable phone and smartwatch market, offering sleek designs and extended battery life. AI continues to dominate the conversation. OpenAI launched a new division focused on accelerating scientific discovery through AI platforms. Hugging Face introduced a benchmark for evaluating emotional relationships between humans and AI systems, while Google shared data on the energy consumption of AI prompts, raising awareness about the environmental impact of large-scale AI usage. Cybersecurity remains a critical concern. A recent breach involving Salesforce instances and compromised OAuth tokens has sparked discussions about data protection and user trust. Apple, despite its product's success, is facing scrutiny over how its AI features interact with encrypted messaging apps, highlighting the tension between innovation and privacy. In the creative space, Google's Nano Banana model and Alibaba's Qwen Image Edit are pushing the boundaries of AI-generated visuals. These tools allow for advanced image editing, style transfer, and semantic changes, opening new possibilities for designers, marketers, and content creators. As the tech world continues to evolve, it's clear that innovation is no longer limited to devices we hold in our hands. From autonomous agents to emotionally aware AI, the future is being built in labs, codebases, and conference halls around the globe. Whether you're a tech enthusiast or simply curious about what's next, this month's developments offer a glimpse into a smarter, more connected tomorrow. What tech trend caught your attention this month? Let us know. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, right quick, George chimed in. He said he's only going to get a new iPhone when it can put stuff in the microwave and cook it for him. Uh, the man's always got jokes, right? But anyway, I mean, again, Pedro mentioned earlier to me, but before we got started, that he's been using some of these agents and stuff. I mean, myself, I haven't dabbled into them yet. I'm getting ready to cross that bridge, because again, anything to help me with my workflow, you know what I'm saying, and automate a task for me or whatever, that's great. I mean, the thing they talk about was it AI buyers? The way they make it sound is almost like you can give it your grocery list and it'll go and do whatever shopping app you use and place your order and all that stuff for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know
That's
if
the
that's
next
exactly,
step. That's the next step.
so I mean, again, there's a lot of great stuff coming out, man. I mean, for us, especially in the community, I mean, we're living in some great times. I mean, with all of this AI stuff, technology is really, really advancing for us. I mean,
Hmm.
people don't realize, people in the blind community, man, we've been suffering for many years, right? Behind technology just don't work for us. People don't believe we can do this or do that. You
Halfway
know,
done technology,
exactly.
halfway done applications unlabeled buttons, screen readers not working in certain apps, certain screen readers being difficult to use,
But I'm talking about
no
before we even
access.
had screen readers,
I know, but
Pedro.
it's just like a long road before you had to log a whole
Right.
office on your backpack.
I mean, think about this, man. It was in early last century or up until the mid last century, right, 1900s. That blind folks were put in like asylums, right?
That's
They were shut
crazy.
out. They were put aside. They were tasked with doing basket weaving and making brooms and all this other kind of stuff. Again, because they just didn't think that we could do all of this kind of stuff.
Hmm. And
And
it's still there, low key, though, Ed. If you think about it, that little stigma, we're gonna put them in a packaging plant. We're
well,
gonna
and
put
that's
them.
why we do walk a mile because we're beyond that now, right? And that's
Hmm.
why we do walk a mile because we want to bring people out there and show them, no, we're not just delegated to being at the house sitting alone
Hmm.
alone in the corner in the dark. No, we can get out here and live our best life.
Yes.
We can have a job. We can earn a
Yeah.
living. We can raise a family. We can do all of these things just like everybody else. It's just, we have to adapt, adjust, and move forward. And this technology is really helping us do that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and in the last year or two, man, it just seemed like technology is just, I mean, it's,
Yes. Well, the tools in the perspective of the blind individual has advanced. It has made a leap forward with having a tool that you can interact with. It just not a static device, meaning that you enter something, you got mostly the same answer. This AI introduction, faster computing, Be My Eyes project and what they've done there, the seeing AI as well, that they concentrate on certain things, having applications done like navigation applications for blind individuals, so things are progressing and moving, and these AI tools are a new aspect of that as well. I was testing an AI navigation app for blind individuals. This app is made for blind individuals, so no driving details. It's sidewalks, bus stops, warnings, and stuff like that. AI navigation. So you get navigation, but you can also activate the AI to get personalized and stuff like that. So technology is moving. I know we were talking about AI agents, and yes, AI agents are now in the forefront of what's going on right now within artificial intelligence. Um so you know these agents are pretty dope. What I have done before with one of these agents is give it a task to put something on my calendar. I forgot to activate the agent, but just by the AI alone, it created a file. I forgot the extension of the file, the extension name, but it created a file that you can upload to your Outlook calendar or any calendar application you have, so you can put your whole schedule there. This is without the agent. Now, I activated the agent, told it, look, I have coffee time because I was running an experiment, right? I got coffee time. I want you to set the time, how my reminder before, and I set up all that info, right? I had to do what it had to do, right? I fell asleep. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sleep. Boom, woke up. It was like everything's done. You just gotta press OK so I could press finish. I pressed OK, said finished. My whole next week is already booked up with my coffee time in the way I wanted it. It did it for me while I went to sleep and got some shut eye.
okay. Well, did you let it know that we won't be here Friday?
No, it's not scheduled for this week. It set it up for next week to go on. Also, the stipulations was
That's all right, Pedro.
Not know.
You missed
Hmm?
the joke, dog. You missed the joke.
No, of course, yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't set it up for this week, though. You know what I mean?
Uh, well, anyway, Donovan dropped in. He said, "Hello, good morning," and he loving what we're doing. So thank you, Donovan.
Thank you. Yeah.
Uh,
So you know, this AI agent was able to create the event, but the thing is, the way it did it. Okay. Um, Let me explain a little bit. You could tell it, "Hey, can you create me this event?" Right, and it could create you the event. Right, but when I was trying to create a certain event, like for my class that I do for Blind United on our Zoom interest groups, it's certain weeks that I do certain things. So I told it, you know, even with coffee time, I noticed that it went and did everything individually every day. The reason it did it like that instead of just setting one and setting a current reminder for weekdays is because I told it exclude major US holidays. So instead of just doing it simply, it actually went in and created an event next day, created an event next day, created the next event until the 31st. That's where all these expire. I was trying to put it to the test if we could do it repeatedly, you know. It
right.
did it. It's going. It has write me an email before, but sometimes it loses a connection, and you have
Uh,
connections to other calendars. And just talking about that and AI tools, Meta has just introduced connecting to your Google Calendar or your Outlook calendar, so it can put calendar events for you, but you can also say, hey, can you summarize my day for me? Summarize my next 2 days. Summarize my week. Oh, do I have an event called this? Or where's this event's address at? And it should be able to give you that answer because it has connection to your calendar now.
well, I got a test for you.
Hmm.
Drop the Blind United interest group schedule in
That's
there
what I
and
was
tell
gonna
it.
do it, but I don't want all those on my
Well,
calendar.
no, just tell it to pull out, the interest groups that I participate in and set my reminders for them.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was gonna do that as a test, but I had it do. I told it the speculations like, oh, I'll do my AI and my technology on the first and third, right? And to set them up, and it did it. It went individually set them up because sometimes when I try to set them up, right, it says every 2 weeks, but sometimes we got that fifth week. You know what I mean? And right there where the schedule starts getting all messed up when you do it manually and try to do it like that. But that's a good idea to do. I was thinking of doing that too. Like just dump it in there and be like, look, grab my classes and woo 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 and create an event for me coming up.
Right, right, right,
But that
right.
will require every month I have to do that. Now I have it all
Well, I
set
mean,
up.
again, and the reason I say that, Pedro, because I'm being honest, that's exactly what I do. That way, when I go through and I'm, doing my workflow,
Mm-hmm.
it's already got the schedule, so it knows what interest groups to put in to the content that we're creating for that day.
That is dope. That's how you do
You
it,
know,
yeah. You could even
so
activate it and tell it to do it on your calendar, eh? Damn.
Well, I mean, I don't really use a calendar. I mean, again, I'm normally sitting right here. I could have used it this weekend because I was so stressed out. I actually, and maybe if I didn't apologize, let me apologize now. I did not open the room for the groups this weekend, this past weekend, and that was my bad. I just had so much going on. I really forgot all about it. Got sidetracked, and
Damn, you know you were busy.
I looked up and I said, oh, damn, I was supposed to open up the room at 11 o'clock and it's 3 in the afternoon.
And then and we know that Outlook has tasks as well. So if you want to set reminders, it can also do that for you.
Right,
Anything
right.
once you connect it to Outlook, and it acts like a person because it goes opening browser, going to outlook.com, opening inbox or opening new message, opening calendar. It tells you the steps. So it doesn't go so fast. It does make mistakes. It does realize it sometimes, and sometimes it gets stuck.
Oh, yeah. I mean, again, I mean, I have it, and even even with me doing that, Pedro, it's not perfect because I mean we're at the end of this one. But I'm gonna say this, then we can move on. I'll dump that schedule in there, but sometimes it's almost like it's lazy and it doesn't want to look at the schedule, and it'll create a ghost interest group, a fictitious interest group, right? That we don't even have on the schedule. So, again, it's very, very important when you're using AI to verify the work. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that the information is correct because again, if for whatever reason they still hallucinate. So, and
Yeah, and I noticed
AI
too.
language
Hmm.
hallucinating is it tells a lie.
Yes, yes, and it happens, and sometimes I notice sometimes it's my fault too on the wording. I'll be like, oh, now I know, and sometimes a good thing to
Well,
do is ask it. What was my mistake? Because I wanted this result, and you gave me this. But just a
right.
quick tip.
Right. Again, the key is in the prompting. So, anyway, let's get a couple more promos and then we'll get into our final article. Did you know Blind United offers free training in assistive technology? We call them interest groups. We offer training in JAWS, NVDA, iPhone, iPad, as well as Meta Ray Bans. We also have groups like support group, cooking groups, and crafting groups. There are also groups for entertainment like movie night and RS game night. For more information about all the interest groups that we offer, just email us at info@blindunited.org or visit our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Group. We would love to have you be part of the Blind United crew.
Have you ever wondered what it's really like to be blind? Ever wanted to ask questions but held back, afraid of offending? Blind United invites you to replace that fear with fun, learning and connection at our 4th annual walk. A mile in my shoes challenge. Join us Saturday, October 11th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Wayfinder Family Services, 50 Huntington Angeles, Vista Boulevard, Los Angeles. Experience everyday attacks blindfolded, like pouring a cup of water. Try assistive technology like screen reader computers and iPhones. Get a hands-on braille lesson and discover how independence is built every day. Smile, laugh, and learn alongside the blind community. No pressure, just pleasure. Help us build bridges, close gaps, and make connections. Walk a mile in my shoes and see the world in a whole new way.
So here's my challenge to the folks in my community. For every one of you that have ever complained about friends and family members that just don't get it, they just don't understand how we live our life, this is your opportunity. I challenge you to sign them up, get them registered, bring them to the Walk a Mile event on October the 11th at Wayfinder, and we will leave. When they leave there with us after that day, they will have a newfound respect for the way that you have to live your life on a daily basis. I promise you that. So again, I challenge you, grab up your family, your friends, whatever. Grab your boss. You know what I'm saying? If your boss just don't get it, you know what I'm saying? Bring them out there too. Your coworkers, whatever the case may be, bring them out there. Let them see what it's like to do this, right? And then that way, when you go back to work on Monday morning, I don't know, they might have cakes and stuff for you. Who knows? So, but anyway, this last article is still kind of sticking with technology theme, but now we're talking about what guidelines are going into this new advanced technology uh, to make sure that it's accessible for all of us. Check this out.
Hey, Blind United crew, grab your last cup as the Coffee Time crew gets into this third article. Designing for everyone, how emerging tech is embracing accessibility from the ground up. As technology evolves, so does the responsibility to ensure it works for everyone. From artificial intelligence to immersive environments, the tech industry is beginning to shift its approach, embedding accessibility into the foundation of innovation rather than treating it as an afterthought. This change is leading to smarter tools, inclusive design practices, and stronger global standards. Developers are now using AI-powered assistants to identify and fix accessibility barriers during the coding process. These tools offer real-time suggestions, helping teams meet compliance standards while also improving usability for people with disabilities. Instead of waiting until the end of a project to test for accessibility, many companies are adopting a shift-left strategy, building inclusion into the earliest stages of design and development. Design platforms like Figma are integrating accessibility features directly into their workflows. Creators are guided to consider contrast ratios, font legibility, and screen reader compatibility from the start. This proactive approach is helping reduce the need for retroactive fixes and making inclusive design a natural part of the creative process. Artificial intelligence is also being used to personalize digital experiences. AI systems can adapt content based on user preferences, offering tailored navigation, voice control, and visual adjustments. These features are especially helpful for users with low vision, cognitive disabilities, or mobility challenges, and they're becoming more common in mainstream apps and devices. Wearable tech and smart environments are expanding what accessibility looks like. Devices like smart glasses, tactile displays, and voice-controlled assistants are offering new ways to interact with digital spaces. These innovations are not just enhancing access, they're redefining how people engage with technology in everyday life. Legal frameworks are evolving to support this shift. The European Accessibility Act, set to take effect this year, will require businesses to meet strict accessibility standards across digital products and services. Similar regulations are gaining momentum in other regions, reinforcing the idea that accessibility is not just a feature, it's a right. As the tech world moves forward, the message is clear: accessibility must be part of the blueprint. Whether it's AI helping developers write inclusive code or wearable devices offering real-time support, the future of technology is being shaped by a growing commitment to equity and access. What accessibility innovation are you most excited to see in action? Let us know. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, I guess this would be the time for George's question to slide in there. He wants a device that's going to put something in the microwave and cook it for him. Uh, I don't know. When we get to the Jetsons thing, we might get there, you know. But anyway, I mean, again, I'm just amazed. I'm grateful, you know, that I was able to see this, you know, in my lifetime, this advancement, you know. A lot of you folks got to realize that, you know, myself personally, with my age, again, technology is just went skyrocketed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, all we had was a house phone at the time. We just got away from where you had to call a switchboard to, you know, or call an operator and to get your number and all that kind of stuff. You know, we had them rotary phones and we had to stick our finger in the hole and dial it around. You know, dial each number,
Black
right?
and white TVs,
You know, black
standard
and white
TVs.
TVs. I mean, you know, man, we're talking about limited channels. Come on, man. We had what, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. those are the channels we had. Unless you went to what they called that was on VHF, and then they had UHF where you can go over there and get some public broadcasting and stuff like that. But man, I mean, again, technology just skyrocketed. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
now there's people. Nobody had a computer at that time. Now there's a computer in everybody's pocket. So you know
Yeah,
there's a cell phone in everybody's pocket. All this technology is just it's amazing, man. And
yeah,
man, I can't see what the future. I mean, I can't imagine what the future has to hold for us when it comes to technology. And
yeah,
the fact that they're now, you know, as we've been preaching for many, many, many years now, don't make us an afterthought. You know what I'm saying? Design it to be inclusive. Don't because it's cheaper to include us from the ground up than it is to come and try to add us in. You know what I'm saying? It just makes everything a lot more seamless and work a lot better. So
yeah.
anyway, go ahead.
Um, Sorry, my voiceover was talking, but yeah, we went from from the telegraph to writing text and it's getting sent over wirelessly. We went from a rotary phone to being able to make a call from anywhere. Now satellites coming out with these new connections and stuff. So technology is going to continue advancing. I remember when we had Walkmans, and now it's all in our phone. You know, I remember we have VHS and all that. Now it's on Netflix on your phone. So and to answer George's questions, they do have robots that pick up and clean for you. They just cost over 100,000 and stuff like that. You have to be rich at the time right now. They're
Uh,
coming. They're coming. They're there. They're starting to be there. They're around. You
well,
know.
and again, if we were, able to actually know exactly what like China and others are doing, I promise you, they probably already got robots that'll do that for you.
No, they
What do
do.
you,
They do.
exactly? You know what I'm saying? But of course, they're not going to tell us that here, right? Because
Remember the article we made about the guard dog that was like 10 racks or something like that and had a flamethrower or something?
well, well, I know that has been in development for quite a while. I remember, I don't know, it's 7, 8 years ago at least. They had that
Hmm.
robotic guide dog at the NFB convention,
Hmm.
and they've been building on it and building on it and building on it. So, but
Hmm.
again, they are developing a lot of these, especially these other countries. They're developing a lot of what we want to call personal attendant robots, for
Hmm.
people that can't bend over or different things that can't perform personal, certain tasks, whatever.
Hmm.
They're
Hmm.
developing robots that'll do all that stuff for them. So, I mean, our robot is right around the corner. Uh,
And
you know,
guys, we cannot fall. We've been number one in developing technology, guys. We don't want that to go away. We want to be the ones that are innovating and stuff. That's why we need to innovate our schools. But yes, technology has made life simpler for us blind people, has gave us access to certain things that we did not have access to. I know we have not got our sight back, but we have got some of it. At least getting descriptions, at least something audible. It's not perfect. It's going. The latest thing is the wearables, the eye wearables, man.
yeah,
Starting with the Ray-Ban Metas. Who knew a pair of glasses? Remember True Lies when Arnold Schwarzenegger walks in the bathroom and puts down a little camera and then he can see everything through his glasses.
yeah, yeah.
Think about
I
that
mean,
one.
all that stuff is coming in the mix. Like I said, I mean, Pedro, I say it all the time,
Yeah, I
dog.
know. I know.
When they show us some of these movies, we look at it as science fiction and yada, yada, yada. And now all of that stuff is here. I go back even further. Have you ever, and I know they tore it down a long time ago, Pedro. But they in Disneyland and what in the area they call Tomorrowland,
Mm-hmm.
they used to have what they call the House of the Future. Okay,
Mm.
and all the technology that we got now was there in the 50s in that house. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
again, what they showing us is stuff that they're already working on, and they present it to us as almost like it's futuristic science fiction, whatever. But again, let enough time go by, and it's all going to get implemented. You know what
Yes.
I'm
What?
saying?
Yes. Once it becomes cheaper and easy to produce, yes, it will be to the public. Technology is moving. China just introduced guidelines to the first company that is gonna start having flying taxis, Android flying taxis. They got the green light to go ahead and do it. So technology is moving, guys. You know what I mean? I like to just be all doing my thing and call up a Waymo. I hop in a Waymo and roll out. I don't have to have no conversation with nobody. I could put the music I want. You know what I mean? And act like it's my car for a few minutes, I guess.
Well, I mean, again, and I have yet to get in one of them yet. One of these days, I'm finally gonna make it happen, I guess. But you
Okay,
know,
when we go down to what we was gonna go do over here, down over here at Vista Court or whatever it's called, we're gonna try one of those.
well, I mean, I don't know if they'll go over in that part of the neighborhood, but
They go there
uh,
now.
they
They go
go to
down to
Wayfinder.
Inglewood now.
Okay, well,
They go, you know.
and
So
and what is the pricing on it? Is it
slightly
comparable?
cheaper, slightly cheaper. It
Okay.
that's the issue. Like, come on, okay. I know they gotta charge, they gotta clean them and all that, right? But kind of give us a reduced price, or if you know, you're helping and you wanna somehow get subsidized, give a discount to the blind folks or to the disabled person.
Right, right. To the disabled community, especially those that are able to, basically get in the car by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, maybe somewhere down the road they'll come up with like an access van that they can use, and people
Oh,
will still kind of have to load themselves, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And strap
yeah.
themselves into the
Mm-hmm.
wall and all that kind of stuff.
You strap yourself into the wall.
Well, I mean, you do because you're on wheels, dog. I
I
mean,
know, but that we could probably leave that type of service for actual humans because sometimes it requires delicacy. It requires a
well,
human
yeah, this is
touch.
true. This is true
You
because
know, especially when it comes to people that are ambulatory and can't
and,
walk.
and and just for people that don't know, so when somebody in a wheelchair gets into one of these paratransit vehicles, they not only strap the person to the chair, but they strap the chair to the wall. And that's in case they have, when they go around the corner or whatever, the chair don't move or you don't fall out of the chair. You got to remember a
Hmm.
lot of these people in these chairs, they don't have a whole lot of muscle control. So,
Yes,
it's very easy for them to fall out,
yes,
you
yes,
know.
and then imagine strapping the seatbelt. So I believe it's a human touch. Yes, the Waymo Coke White Jag is dope. Leather seats inside and stuff like that. Touchscreen in the back, touchscreen in the front. It's dope. But certain jobs needs to remain with humans. We need to learn, and it's not we, it's the billionaire and corporate class needs to make sure AI and technology and robots work alongside of humans before just rudely just interrupting a whole sector and be like, yeah, yeah, humans out of a job. We got these robots, AI, whatever. Because that's the improper way of doing the thing. We need to slowly ease out instead of just making it hard, because then it becomes basically hell on earth because
Oh.
everybody's gonna be struggling.
Well, I mean, I guess the main thing here is in closing that, you know, not everything can be performed by robots or
Hmm.
shouldn't be performed by robots. It requires a personal touch. It requires,
Hmm.
personal, human interaction. kind of situation. So, but for whatever we can use it for, I'm glad to use it for
Mm-hmm.
that. Just like I'm glad for all them extra little buttons they got down there. Well, not really, because they want us to make sure you guys push them. And that's why I'm in there begging every day. Please like, subscribe, share, follow, comment, all that good stuff that's at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize how important it is for you guys to do that for us to help us get the word out to more and more folks. So, on that note, we are at the end of the show today. We will be back again tomorrow. As I stated earlier, joking around with Pedro, we will not be here Friday, so don't look for us on that day, but we will be back again tomorrow. So, everybody, please enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Have a great hump day. And hey, it's all downhill to the weekend from here, y'all. Have a great day.